So today is Wednesday, January 10th, and tomorrow is the last day of the 10th month in Elo calendar. So the first day of 11th month in Elo calendar will be Friday, the 12th, and into Saturday, the 13th. So the past Monday, there was some news about the headquarters of Chabad Lubavitch Synagogue in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. There was a underground tunnel, secret tunnel. Uh, Somebody discovered it. They didn't say whom. I didn't really read any of the articles, but I don't know how it got, discovered, quote unquote. And 9 arrested. That secret tunnel is 50 foot long beneath the Brooklyn Synagogue. Let's see. The tunnel passageway from Chabad headquarters and then to the women's prayer section and then ends right before the former men's bath. So technically, if the former men's bath, if it has a secret underground tunnel that, connected to the end of this passageway, then technically this secret tunnel connects the Chabad headquarters, women's prayer session, the building, and then the last building is former men's bath. So they discovered it. Somebody discovered it in December. And then so they show the tunnel and there were mattresses, small mattresses that look like for children, and there's some looks like blood stains on the mattresses, and of course, this secret tunnel could be for child trafficking or like ritual sacrifice, satanic abuse, ritual sacrifice, etc. And I'm surprised that on I think it's on Monday, I've only heard from Okay, I want to thank you, my viewer, Christian. He brought it up to me, and at the same time, one of the YouTubers, let's see, Call for Vengeance. He was the first one, on YouTube discuss this matter. So thank you, Christian, and thank you, Call for Vengeance, the YouTuber. And after that, yesterday and today, I haven't heard of anybody discuss this matter on YouTube. Even though, if okay, so I don't subscribe to that many channels. But when I Google on YouTube, search on YouTube, Rapture, none of the YouTubers that usually discuss Rapture, you know, discuss this topic. They only focus on setting dates and keep on rooting for Israel. So I have the impression that we all know that the majority of the quote unquote YouTubers, they are the control opposition, and they are the agents. They spread lies and tell half, I don't know, half true, but they tell some truth. But major their major duty is to spread lies and divert the audience attention to something else, or create distraction. And so that's why, I'm not surprised that, the quote unquote watchman community, they don't discuss this news because they, like, again, the majority of them are the control opposition, so they don't talk about this. I'm not surprised and not disappointed because they're not the chosen, they're not the God's people, right? They're not believers of Christ, Jesus Christ. Okay, and then that got me thinking about this news is connected to Ezekiel chapter 8, exactly what God had Ezekiel to see with his own eyes about the abominations in Jerusalem. Right now, God revealed the abomination in New York, specifically in Brooklyn, that have a synagogue headquarters. Okay, so Ezekiel chapter 8, I discussed this before, like 2 week video ago, like last week. Now I want to read it again because this is exactly connected to this news. Let's see. I will start at Ezekiel 8. 8. Let's see. Okay, 8:6. He said furthermore unto me, Son of man, seest thou what they do? Even the great abominations that the house of Israel committed here, that I should go far off from my sanctuary? But turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations. And he brought me to the door of the court, and when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall. Then said he unto me, Son of man, dig now in the wall. And when I had digged in the wall, behold, a door. And he said unto me, Go in, and behold the wicked abominations that they do here. So I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creeping things and abominable beasts, and all the idols of the house of Israel portrayed upon the wall round about. Okay, so and then let's see. I will read. Okay, 8:13. He said also unto me, Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abomination that they do. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house, which was toward the north, and behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. Then said he unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations than this. And he brought me into the inner court of the Lord's house, and behold, at the door of the temple of the Lord, between the porch and the altar, where were about 25 men, with their backs toward the temple of the Lord, and their faces towards the east, and they worshipped the sun toward the east. Then he said unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence and have have returned to provoke me to anger, and lo, they put the branch to their to their nose. Therefore, will I also deal in fury. Um, my eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity. And though they cry in my ears with a loud voice, yet will I not hear them. So, this is exactly what Ezekiel saw in his vision of abominations in Jerusalem, especially, Ezekiel 8 7. Behold, a hole in the wall. That is, then said he unto me, Son of man, dig now in the wall. And when I had digged in the wall, behold, a door. So that is like absolutely, you know, unacceptable, this type of abominations. Nothing new under the sun, what had done before, and it will do it again. They will do it again. So they've been doing it anyway. So they haven't stopped at all. And, the synagogue is the house of the Lord, but the people that in the synagogue, they are not necessarily Israelites, right? So we can refer this to Revelation. Let me see. um, I discussed this before. Is for the Church of Philadelphia because there's some people acted like disguise themselves as followers of Jesus, but they are not. Okay, so let's see. So this okay. So it's Revelation chapter 3, 7. And to the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, these things saith he that is holy, that he that is true, he that hath the key of David, he that openeth and no man shutteth, and shutteth and no man openeth. And let's see. I know thy works. Behold, I have yet before thee set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. For thou hast a little strength, and hast kept my word, and hast not denied my name. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, and they are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet. Sorry, thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Okay, so that is exactly what it is. The synagogue, there's a hole in there, and they do abominations in there, but they lied about themselves. They lied that they are Jews, but not. They are Israelites, but not. They are the synagogue of Satan. So it's just we confirm that we are at the end, that we are waiting for the tricky event. Um, so that is the news that I'm kind of I'm not surprised that not that many YouTubers discuss this because this is the subject that they try to bury underneath the carpet and nobody pay attention to, especially when they try to distract you from away from the truth, what is really going on. They only want you to focus on the Lebanon that they quote unquote saw in Miami, and then they only focus on that, and then they only focus on the Israel that Rothschild created Israel in the Middle East, that piece of land. Other than that, they don't want to discuss anything that is what is really going on. So that's that. And then the second topic that I want to discuss today is again, I want to say thanks to my viewer, Christian. He discussed this with me like in the past few days about the Sandman Hotel in, is it in LA? There was an explosion. And so from reading the article again, of course, they quoted like everything in there, the signals that they try to send to their fellow minions. Um, Sandman is folklore in Europe. I think it started in Germany first, then spread to like um, to the Scandinavia, and then to the Western Europe. But the original uh, mythology that Sandman actually is originated from is the Morpheus, the Greek god of dreams and nightmares. As the bringer of dreams in Greek myth, Morpheus brought hope and despair, peace and terror to dreaming souls. The Greek god Morpheus shaped the lives of all, from the ordinary person to the highest royal in Greek myth. He brought dreams to the sleeping, which upon waking would motivate them toward action. The ancient Greeks viewed dreams as a gateway to the unknown world that at the same time reflected reality. Dreams were often seen as prophecies or apparitions of events happening in real time, or else messages from loved ones in the afterlife. In Greek mythology, the god Morpheus appeared to slumbering beings and shaped their dreams. Morpheus, son of Hypnos, the personification of sleep, was the god of dreams. His name reflects his role in Greek mythology. So the Greek metamorphosis translates as transformation, which can be broken down into matter, meaning after, and morph, meaning more form. Morpheus means form or shape. He could form and shape the dreams of the sleeping. The god Morpheus skill at transforming himself into such a lifelike apparition managed to deceive even the most discerning person. Of course, they always say, they're very good at, deceiving people, and, even the smartest person in the world, they can still deceive that person. They just like so arrogant. Anyway, the Greek gods often chose him as their messenger to appear in the dreams of mortals. Dreams could liberate the desires, hopes, and imaginations of the sleeper. That's what they said. However, such dreams could also portray false realities and so betray the receiver into untoward action. Morpheus' home in Greek myth was in the underworld, Erebus. The gates to his home, where he lived with his father and brothers, were guarded by monsters that would reveal to Uninvited guests, there was nightmares. The cave, the cave where Morpheus slept, and this god slept most of the time. Of course, his dream, was filled with poppy seeds, quote unquote. Now, poppy seed. Where did we hear from this poppy seed before? I think it's like several years ago, like around, I don't remember around which year. It could be like around 2016 or so. Poppy seeds, okay? In ancient Greeks, poppy seeds were used as a painkiller, but a side effect was intense drowsiness. When the morphine drug was created, Morpheus' name was used due to his sleep inducing power and associations. The land of dreams was also said to have had two gates, one made of ivory and the other of horn. In ancient Greeks, ivory was associated with deception and the horn with truth. The words are very similar to each other, but the effect is lost in translation. Okay, so now there you go. The Morpheus, the god of dream, he claimed him. They always claim themselves as God anyway. So he sleep all the time, and he like pretty much um a user of poppy seeds, right? And the drug morphine is named after him. So, do you really think that this is just a mythical god? I don't think so. It's probably one of them. Um, the hybrids, one of the hybrids, or one of the I don't know, the demons, or just one of the monsters that they created by using whatever satanic rituals. Okay, so and poppy seeds. Now we focus on poppy seeds. So does that mean they in not invented? They in not sorry, they created poppy seeds. The drug that influenced the mind, so that people were addicted to it and never can get out of it. This addiction and morphine. So let's see. Um, when I first started my channel, I think it's around 2018. Uh, I discussed at the time I discussed um the drug called marijuana, and they were the one created it. And you know, the story is about the Syrian from series A, B, C. I don't know if more than 3 stars or like 4 stars. So now they created this drug, um, brought over to the earth and intend to have people addicted to marijuana, so they can, first of all, they can easily influence them. Second of all is they can easily possess them. And now it looks like poppy seeds, let's see, and morphine drug. It looks like they created this too. So, which means all those psychotic drugs, they created it, right? So that the demons can possess that person without any permission. the action of that person taking those drugs already act as a yes, you can possess me. You're right. So the permission already granted by their actions, right? So I think why all of the sudden they create this accident in the Sandman Hotel. I think it's because they want to deliver this message to their fellow minions that they are going to turn up the notch, uh, increase the frequency to trap people in this matrix even one step further. No matter it's by morphine, poppy seeds, or marijuana, or like I don't know, just you know, increase the frequency to like, and I think another deeper level in the matrix, I can say. Sandman is just a front person for Morpheus. They don't want. I think they created Sandman as a folklore based on Morpheus, you know, but people they don't know, right? They only know the folklore, the Sandman, so they don't know actually they talk about Morpheus. It's in disguise that they don't want them to track back to Morpheus and then related to poppy seeds and morphine, the drug morphine. Um, all these like illusions that they created in the dreams of people so that people thought their dreams are real. Um, Particularly, I can link this to those people always have prophecy, prophetic dreams and visions. Um, Again, the majority of them are control opposition. They lie about the prophetic dreams and visions. Actually, it's from their spirit guides or from AKA demons. But some people, even though they're not the control opposition, they receive quote unquote prophetic dreams and visions. Technically, sometimes it's really from Morpheus. It's not from God. Um, so that's why we need to have discernment. We just, if we come across any prophetic dreams or visions, we need to just treat it as a piece of information. We cannot like really concentrate on that particular vision or dream because we have the Bible to search for all the answers already. So we really, if the dream or the vision is not coherent with the Bible, then it's false. But most of the time, people just listen to the prophetic dreams or visions, quote unquote, the fake prophetic dreams and visions from Morpheus. They just believe without cross reference checking back to the Bible if, the information that so and so had that whatever dream and vision, if it's really related to what the Bible is telling us. Most of the time, it's totally like away from the Bible, but people still believe. I don't know why. But anyway, that's I want you guys to pay attention to because this is what we're gonna no not us. That is what they are going to do now to create a deeper level of the matrix.